Imagine looking at a car driving down the highway. You know how an engine works and you know how wheels turn. But imagine if that car turned a sharp corner at 300 miles per hour without skidding. It should flip over. It should fly off the road. But it doesn't. It sticks to the asphalt as if magic is holding it down. This is exactly what is happening to every galaxy in the universe. In the 1930s and later in the 1970s, astronomers noticed something terrifying about the cosmos. The math was broken. According to the laws of gravity established by Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein, galaxies are spinning too fast to exist. They should be tearing themselves apart. To understand the problem, we have to look at our own solar system. Gravity gets weaker the farther away you are from the source. Mercury is close to the sun, so it orbits very fast, about 47 kilometers per second. Pluto is far away, so it orbits slowly, only 4.7 kilometers per second. If Pluto moved as fast as Mercury, it would be flung out into deep space. Astronomers expected galaxies to work the same way. The stars on the outer edge should move slower than the stars in the center, but when they measured the speeds, they were wrong. The stars on the edge were moving just as fast as the stars in the core. By all rights, these outer stars should be ejected into the void, but they aren't. Something invisible is gripping them. Something is adding massive amounts of gravity that we cannot see. The person who confirmed this mystery was an astronomer named Vera Rubin. In the late 1960s and 70s, she studied the rotation of the Andromeda galaxy. She expected the rotation curve to drop off at the edges. Instead, she found that the curve remained flat. She realized that for the stars to move this fast and stay in orbit, the galaxy needed to be much heavier than it looked. In fact, the visible stars and gas activity only accounted for about 15% of the gravity needed. Rubin concluded that the vast majority of the galaxy was missing. Think of a galaxy like a playground merry-go-round. If you spin it at 100 miles an hour, the children on the edge will be thrown off by centrifugal force. Gravity is the force holding them on. But in a galaxy, the visible gravity, the stars and planets, isn't strong enough. It's like holding on with one finger. Since the stars aren't flying away, there must be a rope we can't see holding them together. Physicists gave this invisible substance a name. They called it dark matter. This discovery forced us to rewrite our understanding of reality. We used to think that atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons were the building blocks of the universe. We were wrong. When we crunch the numbers today, the results are humbling. Normal matter, the stuff that makes up stars, Earth, trees, and you accounts for only 5% of the universe. Dark matter makes up roughly 27%. This means that if you look at the universe, you are legally blind to 85% of the matter that exists. We are not the main characters of the cosmic story. We are just the rare glowing foam floating on top of a dark, invisible ocean. So what is it? When physicists call it dark matter, the name is actually misleading. A shadow is dark because it blocks light. Coal is dark because it absorbs light. But dark matter does neither. It doesn't absorb light, it doesn't reflect light, and it doesn't emit light. If you shine the brightest laser in the universe at a clump of dark matter, the beam would pass right through it as if nothing were there. It is not dark, it is transparent. It is a ghost. This leads to an unsettling realization. Dark matter isn't just out there in distant galaxies. It is here. It is everywhere. Right now, as you sit watching this, you are likely immersed in a sea of dark matter. Because it doesn't touch atoms, it doesn't bump into you. It flows through you. Calculations suggest that roughly 100,000 dark matter particles pass the atmosphere through every square inch of your body every single second. They pass through your skin, your bones, and the earth itself without slowing down. If it's invisible, how do we know it's there? Because mass warps space. This is called gravitational lensing. When we look at massive clusters of galaxies, we see the light from objects behind them getting distorted. They are smeared into arcs and rings. When we do the math, the visible stars aren't heavy enough to cause that much distortion. We are seeing the fingerprint of the invisible mass. We are seeing the dark matter lens. For a long time, skeptics argued that maybe our math was just wrong. Then in 2006, nature gave us the smoking gun. We observed the bullet cluster. This was a collision between two massive galaxy clusters. When they smashed together, the normal matter clouds of hot gas crashed into each other and slowed down due to friction. But the dark matter didn't. Because it is a ghost, it felt no friction. It passed right through the crash and kept going. The matter and the gravity separated. This proved that dark matter is a real physical substance. If it isn't normal matter hiding in the dark, it must be something new. The leading theory is a hypothetical particle called a WIMP. This stands for Weakly Interacting Massive Particle. The theory suggests that shortly after the Big Bang, the universe created these heavy particles. They simply exist drifting through the cosmos, providing the extra gravity that holds galaxies together. To catch a ghost, you have to go deep. We have built massive detectors like the Lux Zeppelin experiment a mile underground in an old gold mine in South Dakota. In the silence of the deep earth, scientists fill a giant tank with pure liquid xenon. The idea is simple. Eventually, just by sheer luck, a WIMP passing through the earth should crash head-on into a xenon atom. If it does, it will create a tiny flash of light. But there is a problem. We have been listening for decades. We have built bigger and more sensitive tanks. And the result, silence. We haven't found a single WIMP. This has caused a crisis in physics. Either the WIMP is hiding in a very specific, hard-to-see energy range, or the WIMP doesn't exist at all. We might be hunting a phantom. If it's not a heavy particle, maybe it's a light one. The new contender for the throne is the axion. Unlike the heavy, sluggish WIMP, the axion is theorized to be billions of times lighter than an electron. It wouldn't behave like a billiard ball. It would behave like a wave. If dark matter is made of axions, the universe isn't filled with heavy bullets. It is filled with a ghostly fluid. But there is a third option, the heretic option. What if there is no dark matter? What if we are just bad at math? A minority of physicists support a theory called MOND, modified Newtonian dynamics. They argue that gravity doesn't work the same way everywhere. Most scientists hate this theory because it breaks the laws of physics. But until we find the particle, MOND remains a stubborn possibility. Despite the mystery, we know one thing for sure. Dark matter is the architect of the universe. We call it the cosmic web. Vast filaments of dark matter stretch across billions of light years, connecting the cosmos like a nervous system. The galaxies we see are just the pearls strung along the invisible threads of the spider web. Without the web, the structure collapses. This means that dark matter is not just a ghost, it is our creator. In the early universe, everything was expanding rapidly. Without dark matter, the gravity of normal gas would have been too weak to fight the expansion. There would be no galaxies, no suns, no planets, and certainly no life. Dark matter provided the extra gravitational muscle needed to hold the cradle together. The story of science is the story of humility. First, we learned that Earth was not the center of the solar system. Then we learned that the sun was not the center of the galaxy. Now, we have learned the hardest lesson of all. Matter itself, the atoms that make up our bodies, our world, and everything we have ever touched is not the main component of reality. We are the minority. We are the rare, exotic dust sprinkled on a universe made of ghosts. We live in a cosmos that is 95% invisible to us. And the greatest adventure of the next century will be opening our eyes to the dark.